Did you tell them that your dad did hit you?
Objection form.
Did you tell them that your dad never hit you?
Objection form.
Did he have his own place to stay there, like his own room?
I don't know. I didn't go into confinement to see where they slept and ate and all that.
Do you know, and I've never been there, so do you know if they had the kids in rooms, or did they have them in cells? Do you have any idea?
No, it wasn't a cell.
So it was more like a room.
Yeah.
Did he have roommates?
I don't know about roommates.
Did he get in any?
It was multiple kids there. He wasn't the only kid there.
Right. Did he get in any trouble while he was there?
No.
Did he get hurt while he was there?
Certainly not.
Did you go see him every day?
No, I didn't see him every day.
Were you permitted to see him?
Yes, but I wasn't going up there every day.
So how frequently did you go there?
Once a week, once a month. Well, he only went a month. I went up there several times. He was only there a month.
So maybe 3-4 times.
Maybe.
And since then you've not taken him to be admitted to any other similar place as that.
No.
Do you think that helped him?
Yeah, I did.
Do you think that
He don't think so, but I did.
But did you, when he came out, did you see the desired effect from what you were hoping that would do for him?
Yes.
Okay, and what was that effect that you saw?
He understood I wasn't playing no games. But just the understanding of some things just ain't going to be in this house, and this is the way it's going to be. So that was more of what was retained from that center.
Has he ever engaged in self-harm behaviors?
What is that?
Like cutting himself, trying to kill himself, taking pills, those kinds of things?
I don't think Shilo. I think Shilo really cares about himself. I don't think he would kill himself.
So the answer's no?
No.
Was Shilo playing on Focus Learning Academy's football team?
He was.
And did he play the whole time he was there?
No, he didn't.
What happened?
He decided to leave the team.
Do you know why?
Because he didn't want to abide by the guidelines of what we wanted him to do as a quarterback.
So him leaving the team was his own decision?
Yes.
He didn't get kicked off?
No.
But had he stayed, he would have been expected to follow the guidelines.
Like everyone else.
At any point after that incident, you think that incident had some kind of an impact in a bad way on the relationship you had with your dad?
Yes.
At time after your incident with Mr. Darjan, you think that incident hurt your relationship with your dad?
Very much so.
Okay. So tell me how your dad used to discipline you before you moved in with your mom.
Objection form.
Tell me how your dad used to discipline you in the 1 year prior to going to live with your mom.
Objection form.
Who made the objection?
I did.
How was your dad disciplining you in the year prior to the incident?
Objection form.
And I'll make the same objection as to relevance and would instruct the witness not to answer those questions.
Okay, and are you going to follow the advice of your counsel and not answer that question?
Yes.
So in the 1 year prior to the incident made the basis of this lawsuit, did you ever get disciplined by your dad?
Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, same objection, counsel, and I'd instruct the witness not to answer.
Did you ever get disciplined by your dad in that 1 year prior to the incident made the basis of this lawsuit?
Objection form.
Same objection, I'd instruct the witness not to answer.
And are you going to follow your lawyer's instruction on that and not answer? Did
Yes.
your dad, is he the one that took you to the juvenile detention center?
Yes.
Did your mom have anything to do with that?
No.
Was she in agreement with it?
No.
Did she even know it was happening?
Objection form. You can answer the question if you know.
What'd you say again?
Yeah. Did your mom know that your dad was going to take you over to that juvenile detention center?
To that place? No. I did inform her that he was going to take me there.
You did tell her he was going to take you there?
Yes.
Because-
I said I think he is.
Because he told you he was going to do that?
Yes.
And so you called her and told her?
Yes.
Have you ever been interviewed about your dad by anybody from CPS before this incident occurred?
About my life.
Okay. How many times do you think you had to talk to somebody from CPS?
Multiple times.
Okay. And were part of those discussions having to do with how you and your dad were getting along?
My life?
Were part of those discussions having to do with how you and your dad were getting along?
Objection form.
About my whole life?
Okay, and it was part of your life how you and your dad got along?
Objection
Of course.
form.
Okay. And so when you were talking to the CPS people about how you and your dad were getting along, what were you telling them?
Objection form.
Objections form.
About my life and how we got along?
What'd you tell them about how you got along, Mr. Sanders?
Objection form.
I was telling him how we got along. That's it.
What'd you tell them?
Objection form.
Personal stuff.
And what'd you tell them?
Objection form.
I don't recall at the moment.
Did you tell them that you had a really good relationship with your dad?
Objection
I
form.
don't recall at the moment.
Did you tell them that you loved living with your dad and wish that you could stay there?
Objection form.
No.
Did you tell them that your dad never hit you?
Objection form.
I don't recall at the moment.
Did you tell them that your dad was never mean to you?
Objection form.
No.
Did you tell them that your dad never raised his voice with you?
Objection form.
No.
Did you tell them that you did not want to go live with your mom?
Objection form.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Did you tell the CPS folks that you did not want to go and live with your mother?
Objection
No.
form.
Did you tell them that you did want to go live with your mother?
Objection form.
Yes.
Did you tell them that your dad did hit you?
Objection form.
I don't recall.
Did you tell them that your dad was mean to you?
Objection form.
Hold up. Which conversation are we talking about with
When you-
CPS?
Any of the conversations that you had with CPS? You've told me you had multiple. So on any of those multiple times, they were involved talking to you about your life, is where I'm at.
Yes.
So did you tell them during any of those multiple conversations that your dad was mean to you?
Objection form.
I just told him about our relationship.
Right, and since you can't, I'm asking you the specifics about what you would have said about your relationship with your dad.
Objection form.
I think that's quite personal.
You understand you've claimed as a damage in this case to get money from Focus Learning Academy and Mr. McClure. You're asking for money from them because you say that what happened at the school with Mr. Darjan hurt your relationship with your dad. Did you know that that's what you're doing in this lawsuit?
That's what my lawyer.
Yeah, that wasn't your idea. That was your lawyer's idea to do that?
Objection
I
form.
object and instruct you not to answer in terms of any communications that we've had talking about your case. So don't answer that question.
Okay, was it your idea to sue Focus Learning Academy and Leroy McClure and try to get money because of the relationship issues with your dad?
Objection.
Again, I'll object to you. That calls for you to, by necessity, rely upon conversations we've had and advice I've given you. And so I'd instruct you not to answer that question.
Okay, are you going to refuse to answer that question at the advice of your counsel?
Yes.
Okay, so going back to the question, sounds like you are aware you're trying to get money from Mr. McClure and Focus Learning Academy because you believe your relationship with your dad was hurt by what happened with you and Mr. Darjan, correct?
Objection form has been asked and answered.
Is that correct?
Objection form.
That's up to my lawyer.
I'm sorry.
That's up to my lawyer.
Okay. Do you think the relationship you had with your dad after the incident was personal?
Repeat it again.
Yeah.
Objection form.
Do you think the relationship you had with your dad after the incident was personal?
Objection form.
Objection form.
What kind of question is that?
Do you think that how you related with your dad, your relationships with him, were those things of a personal nature?
Objection form.
That's not a
Objection
good question.
form. I don't understand the question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm asking it because he keeps saying that me asking him about his relationship with his dad before the incident is personal information. So I guess I'm wanting to know if it's still personal information if we're going to talk about the relationship he had with his dad after the incident. So let me ask that question. The questions I've been asking you about your dad and your relationship before the incident, do you feel like I'm asking you about personal information, Mr. Sanders?
Personal to me, which means I don't want you to know about it because I don't know you.
Gotcha. So do you think that the information about the relationship with your dad and talking about the relationship with your dad after the incident is also personal?
Objection form.
Can you repeat that again?
Do you think that the relationship with your father and talking about the relationship with your father after the incident is personal? Is it personal information?
Yes.
Okay. So going back to the relationship you had with your dad before the incident, how was that relationship? How would you say it was?
Objection form.
Like what?
Was it a good relationship?
That's personal. I don't want to speak on that.
So was it a good relationship?
Objection form.
I don't want to discuss that.
Well, your lawyer can tell you what he needs you to do or not do.
Counsel, for purposes, again, of the objections that have been made and the discussions prior to the incident, we'll get direction from the court on that. So
So were you instructing him not to answer the question?
I'm instructed not to answer the question.
Let's go off the record for a second.
Okay.